Performance.
It's not fun.
I didn't make the rules between you two. We'll break the sun.
Daughter of the Yote Six. I swear
it. Okay, so we get it. Expedition 33 is just oh so fabulous, honey slay. Jesus Christ. Listen, I have my suspicions that there is propaganda within the game. People struggle to discern propaganda. Normally, it's really not a problem. You know, people are just trying to enjoy their lives, so they're not going into this kind of content looking for propaganda. Like, they're not even aware that they should be trying to discern messaging, so they're just trying to enjoy their lives. And that's where propagandists do their most work. They go into where your attention already is and try to subvert your thinking. And when you're unaware, it works. However, I'm considering playing Expedition 33 because it's turn-based, and I'm happy about that. Final Fantasy VII Remake should have been turn-based like the original, but they said there was no audience for that. So I am happy about that. And against my better judgment, I'm considering playing Expedition 33. Kind of because everybody's freaking out about it. Like people that I can't stand. You can trick me like that. If woke people are like, oh my god, this game's not progressive enough. I'm like, give me a copy right now. In fact, the only thing I've ever wanted in this world, is a copy of Expedition 33. Not now, but right now.
Is not just my award. This takes a village. And oh my God,
I don't have the talent to compete in Hollywood. And then I realized that gaming is an untapped market because you gamers ain't never seen a woman like me, and now I'm getting all these accolades.
My wonderful Ben,
oh brother,
who has been my ride or die throughout all of this, my big brother. Thank you.
This dude's got on eyeliner. Oh my goodness. You're making me second guess wanting to play Expedition 33 right now.
Thank you to my beautiful girlfriend, and
so she's gay. You know, the reason why gamers are sick of all the LGBT stuff in their games is because you all can't stop talking about gay stuff long enough to make games. So surely you won't just keep going on about being gay. You'll focus on the game now, right? Now that you snuck that in there really quickly.
I just want to say to every neurodivergent person watching this in this room, because I know there's probably...
I knew it. There it was. Yeah, all right, man. It's probably going to be a cold day in hell before I play Expedition 33 if people like this are running that ship. No one cares about that stuff anymore. All right, it's not working. We want to take the culture back from people like this.
Probably quite a lot of you.
There's more now because of all the propaganda, but there's not a lot of them.
And at home, to all of you that feel like life is stuck on hard mode, this one is for you, and thank you so much to the games community and industry for giving us, so many of us, a home. For those who come after, thank you.
I hope more than anything that gaming stops being a home for these people. Like they're narcissists. All they care about is themselves. They worship themselves.
You're just a bigot, homophobe.
You know, the people that defend this stuff, we all know you're skeletons. Like, we can tell. the way you behave. It's in your mannerisms. You're like ghouls. Like in a normal society, like people have decency. Like whacking off is not something to publicly talk about. Watching smut isn't something you openly talk about. These are things that used to be private in a civilized society. Like if y'all complain about all the degenerate stuff you see in public, all of that stuff didn't exist when we kept these types of dark feelings private. All right? They are related. This is a Christian country. We've had enough of this. Moving on. Oof.
At our Bad Robot Game studio, working with our friends at PlayStation, we've been creating a new kind of co-op game that builds upon what I learned making Left 4 Dead. The result is something entirely different. An unpredictable, challenging combat sandbox.
Whatever happened to Left 4 Dead? Didn't you guys make Back 4 Blood is what it was called? The back4blood2.com domain is active. Okay, well, that's what I remember about Back 4 Blood. It was that people said it sucked. So if it's good now, then we have another classic I don't care on my hands, where the gaming industry should be punished for coming out with games when they're not finished. I don't care that you later made the game good. It's not relevant anymore. Stop doing that. And gamers should be ashamed of themselves pre-ordering as much as they do, rewarding people before even getting a job done. I'm happy for people that if they like playing it now, but at the end of the day, I want them to learn their lesson for such bad practices.
And now I am excited to share a glimpse into...
Welcome to 4 Loop.
Was invaded. Lost in less than a minute. Left who can fix it. And you must use our plan. Every time you fail, I will use our machine to bring you back.
Reprinting. Reprinting.
If you can relentlessly...
Reprinting. 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 Reprinting.
So the chuds are winning. So is anyone else paying attention to what is getting screen time now in these upcoming games? We haven't been seeing a lot of girl power. You noticed? That's a white man that they keep showing. This is their way of subtly trying to revert back to business practices that worked. Like, I know that we're right. Women are not the majority of gamers. They're not even half the number of gamers. And just because you put a bunch of them in your award show and you parade them around to represent stuff does not make that change. The men are still the majority of the gamers. And we're all straight. And most of them are white. That's just how the population works. Like, this is the stuff. If you have enough of these games, I might actually buy a PS5. I'm serious. If you just put some games for the men out there, and I don't have to look any girl power and girl bossing, and I'm allowed to immerse myself in that world, and I'm not supposed to be shamed for being a man, then, hey, I'll come back. I would prefer an apology, though. Because they've been the propaganda they've been making against straight men has been egregious, and I'm uncomfortable ever giving my money to you people. I'd rather see the industry collapse. If they continue this, I'd rather see it collapse. But anyway, this looks interesting so far.
Test strategies. Learn from your failures. The voice in my head hasn't been wrong yet. From now on,
Up next, we have a new game announcement from some of the developers who helped put The Last of Us and Uncharted into our hands. This new small independent studio.
You need to be really careful when you invoke Uncharted and Last of Us. You've burned some people so bad. I'm one of them. Last of Us 1 was one of the greatest games I've ever played. What they did with the second one was so bad. And the Uncharted 4. I'm not touching anything that that company makes without some form of an apology. And I'm talking about, I need to see Neil Druckmann fired. Now, what is this? Feel like we're running out of ideas now. Like, so we got to play as an old lady without dentures, with bird feet, and she gets followed around by what is this? A Tootsie Roll with mold on it. I mean, the goal is for you to fall in love with characters when you're on a companion game. But I'm very curious to know what kind of story we're going to be told in this, where we fall in love with these two characters. They look AI generated. All right. Doesn't look very good. All right, the next trailer.
What is existence? Surely a question without an answer.
Who's there? Nightmare.
That's why all of us are here. You want to understand, to know. The walls surround you. Play your father. Push the very limits. Until you're in reality itself.
Does anybody else get the feeling that, like, there is no plan towards, like, a cohesive story or a good game? No, there is no artistic dream. I can't grasp any story. It's just like extreme imagery, but it doesn't mean anything. What was any of that besides extreme? I don't know if we're, like, on an adventure, or are we trying to go somewhere? Is there a corporation doing something? What is the corporation doing? What are the scientists doing? What are we doing?
The walls surround you. Play your father's game. Push the very limits.
Seriously, what kind of story is that? Like, what do you mean? Play your father's game. Ooh, push the limits. Push what limits? What are we doing? Are we is the game that we sit down and have drugs pumped into us, and we're just high, and we're freaking out? It looks like a game where you're born a man and you're transitioning, and so you're undergoing treatment, if you know what I mean. Oof. Oh wait, I think I just figured it out.
That was Ontos from Fractional Games, a sci-fi mystery and spiritual successor to Soma, set on a repurposed hotel on the moon. And yes, the unmistakable Stellan Skarsgård will star in the game. All right, there's more Game Awards ahead, but right now...
You see, like, so these trailers are so bad that after they get done playing, he's got to tell you something to make any kind of sense of what you are watching. Next trailer.
But the gate to the final domain does not open without refinement.
The strongest bond between people is always value, isn't it? I give you what you want, and you give me what I want.
Not a weeboo, but always respect the double leg drop kick.
was all alone.
From within this sword, many others are fighting beside me.
Hey, so does anybody else remember dubstep music? Because that's what this is. I remember dubstep was like really popular at the time. Anyway, you know, these are like real cool action scenes for the weeboos out there that just love seeing girls fighting with swords. I don't really have an opinion for this. This is like for a specific audience. And, you know, they deserve their new content too. I hope the story's good. So far, the action looks kind of cool, but I'm not like obsessed with watching tiny women fighting with big swords. I'm not one of those. But it looks flashy.
The more noble the excuse, the uglier the truth.
You know, the one thing that I would say I'm happy for is at least this female is meant to be attractive. I'm not one of those types that like gets off on anime girls, but you know, you still can identify an attractive female form. And so this is a win for all the normal people that understand male sexuality. Yeah, this is a win. Yeah, I know the feminists are furious that she's doesn't have a nose ring. I mean, what do you call it? A bull ring. And she's not overweight, and she's not. There's a man off screen holding her luggage, and crying, hoping that she can win the fight because he doesn't know what he'll do. He doesn't know what he'll do if she loses. Or some stupid crap. Let's see.
Behind it, one instant, 1,000 visions!
Yeah, you see? Yeah, I think that was a win for the community that's really into that stuff. What is it? Genshin Impact, I think? Yeah, you guys look like y'all will be taken care of. Now, on to this Switch 2. Oof. Man, Nintendo has been stepping in it. Y'all seen that? Oh, God. I don't have a Nintendo, but I've got kids. And so it's actually been really difficult for me to find games that I'm comfortable letting them play. So since I had the Nintendo, was the last one I owned was, what was that? The Wii. And I think, was it Zelda? No, the last game I remember playing on it was, I think it was called Mad World. Yeah, this was the last game that I ever played on the Wii. And playing it, I was like, this sucks so bad. Like, I get that it was an artistic choice to make this black and white, but I couldn't get past it. And I remember at the time, I kept looking for games to play on the Wii. And Wii Sports I had, and was Okami on it? I can't remember. Anyway, I was not having fun with the Wii. And I actually had a Xbox 360 at the time. And so I ultimately was like, this must be for babies. Or something. I'm out. Well, anyways, so after all these years, I actually got interested in Nintendo all over again. Because I have kids. And to my memory, Nintendo is like kind of maintained itself as family friendly. But I've been listening to the news lately about how much they like want to charge people for Mario and stuff. For like these old games. And man, Nintendo is nuts. I think I'm just going to avoid them until this blows over, until they come to their senses. But let's see.
racing crossworlds, and Final Fantasy Tactics.
From the award-winning games Journey and Sky Children of the Light, please welcome That Game Company's CEO and Creative Director, Genova Chan.
Now you see, this is who you want to see. When you want to see gaming coming back, you want to see uncool looking Asian guys coming out with broken English. Yeah. They're here to make some real fantasies for you to get into. Oh, hello. I want to bring to you the Super Genkai Fantasies. Enjoy them us. You will have a power armor and a mini power-up shoes.
Here are the nominees.
Games for Impact.
I've never had any friends like you. We forgot for a reason.
It's not safe out there, Hazel. If I was the one missing, she wouldn't stop looking.
Oh,
we forgot.
God. What is this? Lost Records, Bloom and Rage? Is that... What is that? That looks like some woke trash. Let me see. We're looking into that one right now.
Opinion. I'd argue
Dude,
Don't Nod Entertainment
like
has
Pokemon
fared
Snap? Are you actually expected to like walk around taking photos of shit?
But it probably wouldn't be controversial.
And you gotta play as a chubby teenage girl? And doing what?
Secrets that Swan has come back to confront after 27 years of trying to move on. Despite its opening setting, a majority of the game actually takes place back in that...
Blue Hair will tell you everything you need to know. I mean, I get it, man. I've been through... Oh, God. I've been through the awkward teen years as well. And I do feel for people, man. It's like, to a teenager, the awkward... Those years is like the hardest thing ever. Yeah, because you don't know what real struggle is. So, and then their perspective, they're having a really tough time. And I get it. You know, and maybe a game like this is perfect for people like that. I mean, graphically, it's, you know, maybe this is perfect for them. I'm actually going to pull back instead of making fun of it. Especially in a time where people aren't, like, social like they used to be. So this game is like, looks like the closest some teenager will get to having friends, which is sad to say. As a gamer, oof, I feel like for the people that this game would help cope with being a teenager, the best thing you can do is to not publicly talk about this game. Because the gamer in me wants to rip on it. Oof.
If I was the one missing, she wouldn't stop looking.
Cells of Midnight.
Yay, the game with the dog shit frame rate. And we'll pretend like it's an artistic direction and not just an excuse for the... to make up for the fact that the dev team can't optimize the game. So just include a trash frame rate to cover for the fact that we don't know how to keep our game from overburdening the gaming system. Oof. Like if you were going to release a game like that, you got to wait for people to actually want to play it in a game as a black chick. Because I can tell you one thing, my fellow sisters out there, y'all have done a number on people. People are not really digging the strong, independent black woman that don't need no man. Because y'all are out here like wilding out and got people saying stuff like black fatigue and stuff. And no one's interested in this game, but whatever. and how do you like that? You know, there's been people trying to point out that black people get pimped out by the white female liberals. And so we're making games about black women and their struggles, and there's not a black woman in sight getting a trophy for it. Just slack-jawed white women. Does this not infuriate any of the black women out there? Like, isn't this one of the codes of feminists? Is like y'all are supposed to worship the altar of black women. So like, how can y'all square that circle? Y'all actually feel like it was a good move for y'all to send 2 white women up here to accept this trophy? Oof.
So much to all the nominees. I would like to share this award with all of you, and of course to our incredible team back home and every single players who's been.
Wait, or maybe they did have a black chick that was supposed to come get the award, but you know, she's on that CPT, and so she's just late. So they had to come in here and get it for her on her behalf.
Part of this journey with us, and from the start, we listened to stories passed down porch to porch, kitchen to kitchen, to build a world that would feel as warm and as rich as the South.
Hey, Shiva LaDante, come help me sit on this porch, baby. And after we get done sitting on this here porch, I want you to come inside the kitchen, because that's the only 2 places us black people want to be here in the dirty South. Yeah, Shaquisha Balodisha, I'ma sit on this here porch with you. You know what I'm saying? We about to drink a 40 all day long, just sitting here watching, waiting to see who leaves their house first so we can go break in. And then after that, we gonna go into the kitchen and we about to eat that fried chicken here in the dirty South. I sure hope a white woman show up and make a video game about what we be doing. Oh Lord, it's time to start twerking. Oh man, fuck this game.
A world that would be filled with compassion, kindness, and courage.
This is actually very enlightening to me. Like, kind of yes and no. Like, this is kind of how I would expect someone that would sit in a studio trying to make the Final Fantasy pander. Woke ideology is stupid, and everybody knows it. So when you're the type that subscribes to it, you know, you kind of got to be a dim person to really dive into believing that way of thinking. So it just makes sense that now it's time for you to talk, and you can't string words together. Now, I do get it. She's on a public stage, and this is actually really difficult. Some people are not good public speakers, but this just kind of feels right, that someone that's like this socially awkward, both of them are in the gaming industry making content. Oof, guys.
A world that would be
I live in the South, by the way. And I know the white liberals are obsessed with what we got going on down here. We're not like that. And well, we don't care about this kind of stuff. Oh, which also reminds me, you know, actors in Hollywood, they love talking about how not racist they are. And they always want a virtue signal. You know that Hollywood is the most racist place, like, in the country? You know that movie, man, what's the name of that movie with the big black guy? Green Mile. So if Hollywood celebrities and the whole culture, if they're not racist, how do you get the movie Green Mile? How do you cast a black man to act that way in the Green Mile? Seriously, think about it. You get a black guy and he comes in and he's like, yeah, my name is Devon. I'm theatrically trained and I'm trying for the part of John Coffey. Yes. I did not mean to hurt that woman. And then the casting agent's looking at him and he's like, that was good. That was good, but could you be more and Devon's looking at him like what? You know, I need you to, I need you to look, I need you to act like a nigga. I can't get past the fact that they didn't have a black woman to get this reward. When pandering meant that much to them to make an entire game about it. And when it came time to get recognition, nowhere to be found. I got to say, I respect the balls on these women.
So we're incredibly excited to launch this spring South of Midnight on PlayStation 5 and Switch 2. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Merci.
That's right. You better port that game as many places as you can if you want any copies to sell. All right. You got to maximize your chances. You better start taping copies of that game on the back of cereal boxes if you want to see any of those copies ship. Well, I've had fun. So I'm going to let you go. Do all the like, share stuff, all that stuff. And this is, these are kind of like a hangout. So hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, listening. Thanks for checking me out. God is good. See you next time.